In this video, you'll learn the basic use and operation of Tyent's MMP series of water ionizers. Tyent water ionizers were designed to be the easiest to use on a day-to-day basis and the most flexible, allowing you to customize the presets on your Tyent MMP series water ionizer to meet your daily needs. The control panel on Tyent water ionizers is different from anything else you'll find out there. Minimal visual impact, smart one-touch operation, and easier to use advanced controls. We'll get started with the basics for day-to-day operation, and then I'll take you through the advanced settings that allow you to customize the presets so you get just the right water at every level. One of the most user-friendly and unique features about Tyent's MMP series countertop water ionizers is the one-touch operation. What you don't see on the control panel is any on-off button or icon. That's because once you've got water going to the unit, either using the faucet diverter that came with your unit or a T-adapter like this that lets you connect it directly to the cold water line under the sink, the on-off mechanism for Tyent water ionizers is when you select the type of water you want to produce. Let's start with alkaline level 1. That's the level most people use when they first get their water ionizer. I've got water diverted to my Tyent. Now, all I have to do is touch the Alkali 1 icon. You'll notice that the screen changes colors and there's a voice alert, both letting you know which level of water your unit is producing. You'll also see that the level 1 icon is flashing, another indicator that you're producing level 1 alkaline water. To turn the unit off or stop the water flow, just touch the same icon again. At the H2O level, there's no ionization taking place. You're just letting water go through the filter to produce clean drinking water that you would use to mix baby formula, to have meals with, or when taking any kind of prescription medication. And you can also switch levels just as easily by touching any other icon on the control panel. What you see on the control panel are 3 alkaline, 2 acidic, and 1 H2O icon. But there are hidden settings that you don't see. Those are the turbo settings, where your Tyent is using the maximum available power to produce the strongest possible water. Tyent MMP series water ionizers have 2 turbo settings, 1 alkaline and 1 acidic. Getting your Tyent to produce water at the turbo setting is similar to using any other setting, only instead of a quick touch and release, you'll hold your finger on the icon for a couple of seconds longer. I'm going to hold my finger on the alkaline level 3 icon and wait to hear 3 beeps. When I release it, strong alkaline water will start coming out of the main dispenser hose, and we'll hear the chime because ionized water at this level isn't recommended for drinking. To get turbo acidic water, I do the same thing with the level 2 acidic icon. That's the basic operation of the unit, and it explains the main icons on the control panel. But let's take a look at some of the other indicators here. When you first get your Tyent water ionizer, having the voice alert tell you which level of water you're producing is helpful, but after a few weeks, you may not want to hear that voice alert anymore. You can turn the voice alert function off by touching the voice icon on the control panel. Even though I've turned off the voice alert, the Tyent will still sound a warning chime when I'm producing water that isn't recommended for drinking. Now, while the unit is still on, I want to talk about the automatic shut-off safety feature. You see this icon over here? Tyent water ionizers have a safety feature that automatically shuts the unit off if you leave it running for more than 15 minutes. Right now, the circle is almost complete, but every couple of minutes you'll see another part disappear as it counts down to the automatic shutoff. When the circle is gone, the unit will shut itself off. If you're using one of the turbo settings, the unit will shut itself off after just 5 minutes. Now let's take a look at the filter life indicator. These are the F1 and F2 icons right here. As you use your filters, you'll notice that these icons start to fill up over time. Once they get near the top, you'll get a voice warning telling you that it's almost time to change the filters.
Please exchange filters.
Once they're completely full, the voice alert will let you know it's time to change the filters.
Please exchange filters.
Now, over here in the middle of the control panel are the strength indicator bars. Think of this as a mini pH scale. The bars here indicate the alkalinity of the water being produced. You can see if we set the unit to the H2O setting, you just see 1 bar in the middle, indicating neutral on the pH scale. If we jump to acidic level 1, you see bars starting to fill in lower. Acidic level 2, and the bars go lower. If I switch to an alkaline setting, the bars jump above the middle, and the stronger the alkaline setting I select, the higher the bars will be. You've got two other icons on the control panel, Set and RTR. The Set icon is what you'll use to get into the advanced settings. The RTR icon lets you run the unit's cleaning cycle. Once or twice a day, you'll see the control panel on your Tyent water ionizer flashing back and forth between red and purple. This is the unit letting you know that it needs to run a cleaning cycle. You can run a cleaning cycle anytime you want by touching the RTR icon. If you're in a hard water area, it's a good idea to make sure a cleaning cycle runs at least twice a day. If the unit doesn't prompt you for a second cleaning, you can do it yourself by touching the RTR icon. So that's the basic day-to-day operation of your Tyent countertop water ionizer. But now I want to tell you about the things you can do by accessing the advanced settings on the control panel. Because the mineral content in tap water varies across the country, you may need more or less power to create the same pH levels. That's why every one of the alkaline and acidic preset icons can be adjusted so that you can get the levels you want at each preset regardless of mineral content of the water coming out of your tap. Adjusting the settings is easy. Just remember 3 in, 3 out. When your Tyent water ionizer isn't in use, the control panel will be green, ready to go, just waiting for you to make your selection. To get into the system's advanced settings, you'll use the Set icon. We're going to touch and hold this icon until we hear 3 beeps. The unit will confirm that we've entered the system setup mode with a voice announcement,
System Setup Mode.
From here, we can adjust the power at each of the individual presets here, or we can adjust the volume up or down. Let's start with the volume. So let's touch and hold the voice alert icon until it beeps 3 times. And release. You should hear a voice alert letting you know that you have successfully entered the volume setting. Your filter life indicator icons, F1 and F2, are now the up and down controls you'll use to adjust the settings.
Voice function work. Voice function work. Voice function work. Voice function work.
Once the volume is set where I want it, I'm going to exit this preset the same way I got in, 3 out.
Setup was completed.
But now let's get into adjusting the pH level of the water coming out at the presets. Let's say your tap water has a high mineral content, and instead of getting a pH of 8.0 to 8.5 at alkaline level 1, you're getting a 9.5 or higher pH. In that case, you want to adjust the power at the first alkaline preset down. Touch and hold the alkaline 1 preset and release. The system will give you a voice confirmation that you've successfully entered the settings for that preset, and you'll see the bars in the middle change, indicating how much higher or lower you can adjust the power settings for that preset. So, to adjust the level 1 alkaline preset down, we're going to touch the F2 icon. If I wanted to adjust the power settings up, I'd touch the F1 icon like this. When making your initial adjustments on any preset, it's a good idea to just go with 2 touches or adjustments in each preset to get a feel for how effective the adjustment will be based on your source water. Once you've got the power level set where you think you want it, we'll exit that preset by touching and holding that icon, then releasing.
Setup was completed.
You'll follow this same procedure for any preset you want to adjust. Once you've made all of your adjustments, you exit the setup mode in the same way you got in. Touch and hold the Set icon until it beeps 3 times. The voice alert will confirm that you're out of setup mode by saying,
Setup was completed.
And the control panel screen should turn green, indicating the unit is ready to use. Once you've adjusted the settings, you'll want to test the pH at each level you adjusted to make sure it's where you want it. You'll probably only need to adjust the unit once when it first arrives, so that you're getting the pH levels you want at each preset. After that, the unit will remember your setting. Ease of use and the flexibility to customize each preset are just some of the reasons people choose Tyent water ionizers over other brands.